there is a pattern, and that pattern is kept on repeating by itself. Unless one sees that pattern, they cannot come out of that.
Okay. So, yeah, that's an automatic thing. Like it could be part of your divine architecture, but awareness can supersede it. Awareness and learning can supersede it. And most significantly, there is evidence for, and there have been instances of people who have lived life extremely differently on the malefic side, you can say, suddenly undergoing transformation and becoming something completely different. Like Valmiki Rishi, for example, and like Angulimal, for example, in the life of the Buddha. Many examples are there.
Even I think Tulsidas, Ramayana, right?
Tulsidas, was that also the case with him? I don't know.
I think so. He couldn't be without his wife. I think that's what I read. Once there was a lot of rain, the village people told, don't go. But he said, I can't be without my wife in the night.
Okay.
So actually he climbed up because they were upstairs or something. He climbed up and went to his wife. And next day morning, his wife opened and told that what you climbed was a snake. So that was the, I think, the
understanding
point.
The turning point for him. Similarly, Purandradas, he was a miser. And then suddenly it was a radical shift from that. He is very obsessed with wealth and with hoarding and things like that. So that is possible. So there could be a pattern. Yes, coming back to the thing, there could be a pattern. And the pattern could be overwritten or we may not be able to overwrite it also. Both are possible. But there is evidence of a mutation in the brain cells. You can see that in the Krishnamurti Bohm dialogues. And Professor David Bohm is actually relaying to Krishnaji what has been discovered in epigenetics, that there can be a metamorphosis and a mutation, a change in the brain cells, especially when the main thing is about what Professor David Bohm is saying, that when there is a very penetrating insight, because let's say you're a contemplator, you're a thinker, and you're brooding over a certain problem, and you want to find a solution. You've not yet found it, and you're devoting many hours. You're left alone. You're in solitude. You're deeply pondering that, and then you have a flashing insight, and that insight is a eureka moment, and that insight is accompanied by very deep emotion. It can be the emotion of ananda, of ecstasy, something else. Then at that point, the DNA script is modified. That's the whole message of epigenetics. So a very transformative thing. Rather than you being a slave of your genetic material and your genetic divine architecture, what I call the divine architecture, it can also happen that when a very good moment comes in the timeline at a certain point, then you may be able to modify the divine architecture or that genetic pattern through this kind of an insight, a learning, followed by an explosive emotional ecstasy. If that happens, then I believe that the pattern is overwritten. That's the essence of what they're talking. So Krishnaji has spoken in many public talks that then there is a mutation in the brain cells. And for all of that to happen, we have to slow down. If we come back to your starting point, that one has to slow down. But one will slow down when one has been struck down on the road of life. We have to be struck down. Then that can become a reality for us.
Thank you.